Hello and welcome to ETAuto. I'm Nabil Khan, and today my guest joining me is Mr. Nishant Arya. He is the Vice Chairperson of JBM Group and also Chairman for JBM Global. Thank you so much, Nishant, for talking to ETAuto. Just want to understand you had an excellent year when it comes to profitability. Your profitability grew 300% for one of your companies, that's JBM Auto. What has been the reason behind this such a stupendous growth that you have seen?
No, I think it has been a combination of multiple things. We have been focusing on acquiring new business. Our tooling business has been performing extremely well, and the electric vehicle and the bus business has grown substantially in this last year, which has grown by about 56, 57%. And as an overall company, we have grown by about 56, 57% as well. And the profitability has grown 3x. But the basic reason is that as an organization, we are focused on technology, how technology can drive value, and how can we become more competitive for the end customer. And that has been the basic understanding and the reason for our growth, which would continue in the upcoming years as well.
You are one of the few Indian auto parts maker who have already taken on your customers also as a OEM. You have become OEM also. Do you find it difficult to deal with your customers because you are also an OEM and also a component maker? How does that work?
No, so we do not find any difficulty, neither we are taking upon any of our customers, because in the electric vehicle space or the bus space, we are focused on electric buses. We do not supply to any bus maker in India, and we are catering to customers mainly in the passenger vehicle, two-wheeler or truck segment where we are not present today. So it is totally independent, and we are trying to create a wide space in the market for the new age technologies and electric vehicles, and clearly trying to see that how are we able to bring in zero emission technologies as a part of our portfolio in this wide space.
Nishant, your revenue was also fantastic. You did about $2.2 billion. What is your long term or short term, mid term target for your revenue, and what are going to be the driver going forward?
I think the drivers going forward would be clearly key customers, products, technologies, and markets. When I talk about key customers, so some of our key customers globally are Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen Group, Stellantis, and in India we see Suzuki Group, Toyota, Nissan, Honda, Mahindra, Tata, amongst many others. So
What
clearly,
is your strategy to up your revenue now? Means, are you trying to create more value per system or per unit, or is there something you're trying to diversify into new product range? What are the key core strategy that you are building on?
no, the core strategy is that the value per vehicle in our auto components and systems business is increasing substantially. We are providing best in class lightweighting solutions, chassis suspension solutions to our customers worldwide, where we are seeing a good mix of all our different technologies, whether with respect to hot stamping, hot forming, tubular technologies, roll forming technologies, stamping and painting and coating and welding technologies. Because in the times to come, as we are seeing electric mobility or even ICE vehicles, the vehicles have to have a highest level of performance. So we are focusing on crash components and systems, safety components and systems, and reducing the weight of the car substantially without compromising on any other parameter. And seeing that how we are having a very fast time to market, and we are also looking at catering to the whole ecosystem end to end. So starting from engineering design to toolings, dies and fixtures, and our components. And on the vehicle side as well, if you see in our EV space, we are across the value chain. So complete vehicle technology, battery technology, charging technology, which is changing very rapidly. So we are investing very substantially in our R&D, in launching new products. So we are launching new products in 12 to 15 months, maximum 18 months, depending from platform to platform from scratch. And we have been able to do that because we are able to see from before how we are engaging with the customer deeply, what are the requirements, what are the concern areas, and that is which gives us a clear insight on affordability, on performance, and on a long-term perspective, how we are creating a TCO, total cost of ownership benefit for the end customers.
So that means you are focusing on keeping pace with the fast changing industry that is there. Uh, uh, Earlier this morning, we heard the ECMA president Sanjay saying that maybe next time a Microsoft guy could be president of ECMA. That means the dominance and prominence of software cannot be ruled out any longer. For a company like you to stay relevant as the software content is increasing tremendously, what's your thought? How much are you focusing on investing in that side of the business?
So we are consistently focusing on electronics and electrical areas with hardware and software. We have developed our proprietary softwares for charging and for BMS for our batteries and vehicle areas. And I would totally agree with this. The way everything is being remotely addressed, diagnostics are playing a very important role in the performance of the vehicle, which is also simplifying all the electric vehicles and the new age vehicles as well, which is making more user friendly. So I think connecting with the user more deeply is going to be very important, and with that companies like us are investing consistently in this area. So that's why we have developed a 500 member team in the R&D area, not only in India but Europe and international operations, which is consistently giving us that opportunity to have an edge over our competition, to work with our customers on a long term basis.
Uh, uh, I asked the question, I ask again, what's your top line target for next few years and what are going to be the driver for that?
See, the top line targets for us that in the last 10 years we have been growing at a CAGR of about 30% year on year. And clearly we see that we would be continuing with the same CAGR growth. And clearly, when I'm talking about the differentiators, so differentiators are very clear: technology, people, and innovative business models.
Do you plan to expand into new horizon? You are into bus. Do you want to explore other areas of electric vehicles in India or overseas?
No, currently we have been looking at launching multiple platforms within electric buses, because the electric bus domain itself is very large, and you will be seeing in the coming months lot of new products coming from our stable, which would complete the entire range of products in electric buses.
Can you
And
give us a more sense about the product launches?
yeah, so but definitely we are seeing that today we are doing primarily city buses, and we are now working on staff bus applications. We are working on school bus applications. We are working on tarmac bus applications. We are working on intercity applications, and we are clearly seeing that there is a lot of traction for such kind of products in the market, because every corporate is becoming responsible. They are becoming ESG compliant, and they want to use zero emission technologies for their people. And especially I see that a few of the global MNCs, the large Indian and medium Indian corporates, are trending to see what that's a differentiating factor they are bringing towards their people, towards their students, and towards the customers at airports when they want to see such kind of zero emission zones.
What's your expansion plan if you include organic or inorganic? You have done some of the organic expansion also, including bus that you acquired. What's your going forward plan for expansion?
So currently we have expanded actually last few years, if you see, to about 35 countries across the world. We produce in about 11 to 12 countries including India, and we are exporting to all other countries for our key customers. So we are looking to see that how are we going to create footprints for our customers in Middle East and Africa, in Europe, and also we are seeing some other emerging markets in ASEAN and the Americas region. So I think those would be areas where we would be expanding. And in the bus side of it, we have made a commitment very recently of about 500 crores of investment for vehicle technology, product technology, battery technology with lithium ion, solid state, and new kind of batteries, chargers, how we are going for fast charging, that instead of charging the vehicle in 4 to 8 hours, how can we charge the vehicle in 45 minutes, in half an hour, in 15 minutes. So very rapid charging technology without impacting the battery life, working on software and hardware as we were discussing, and clearly seeing that how we are creating the right levels of capacity, and the whole framework is put in place with the e-mobility platform as well.
So right now you are at 2.2 billion. Where do you see yourself down the line, 5 years down the line?
We will be sharing that with you very soon. But as I said that we've had a CAGR of about 30% on a YOY basis for the last 10 years.
You expect to maintain that?
Yeah, we are looking forward to maintain that.
Okay, I just want to understand. You talked about profitability, which is about 3x. How much it has helped you in terms of from export, or it has happened because of domestic market itself by way of increasing efficiency or something of that sort?
No, it is a combination of both. We are catering to our global customers from India as well. We have seen a good uptick in the requirements of capacities as well as products in the global market. And at the same time, we have focused a lot on product development. So, a lot of our profitability is coming from launching and developing new products with a fast time to market, and definitely good asset utilization for our Indian customers as well.
Just want to understand one last final question. You are one of the prominent supplier for passenger vehicle space also. Just want to understand what's your view or what's your guidance for this year's domestic passenger vehicle volume?
No, I see close to 4 million vehicles in the passenger vehicle market this year, because the market has been growing significantly. We see a lot of new model launches, which has excited the customers a lot. And
So close to 4 million including electric, right?
yes, yes, passenger vehicles, yes.
And only ICE, how much do you see?
No, I think passenger ICE would be more than 90% of this market, and because slowly customers are seeing passenger vehicles, electric passenger vehicles, but there are not as many models as you see in ICE. So I think the lack of decision making also comes in with the lack of opportunity of selecting vehicles across segments in passenger vehicles, which should become a reality more and more as we go along in next 2 to 3 years.
What's your investment target for the next 2 years?
As I said, in the EV space, we have just committed 500 crores, so we would be investing that amount in the next 2 years as well.
Is there any other investment that you are looking at?
Not on an immediate basis, but definitely as we come up with any plans, we'll share with you.
Thank you so much, Nishant, for talking to
Pleasure.
ETAuto. Pleasure talking.